latest numbers from Canada's National Energy Board show that oil imports are at an all-time high since 2012 at almost 760,000 barrels per day. You'd think for a developed nation like Canada that has the third largest proven oil reserves in the world, as suggested by Natural Resources Canada, that we wouldn't have to import any oil at all. But we do, because while the rest of the world reaps the rewards of their own resources, Canada waits to build pipelines due to a regulatory mess that became the political posturing point for every climate change eco-nut on the planet. Funded activists launched an attack on Canadian resources, while the U.S. increased their production to be the largest producer in the world by 2015 and lifted a ban on oil exports, all while importing oil from Canada at a significantly reduced price. And you know what the crazy thing is? American oil makes up over half of the oil that we bring into Canada, and the United States have essentially become our competitor, largely due to the unlocking of their shale potential using horizontal drilling and fracking techniques. So we're selling our oil at a discounted price, Western Canada Select, and buying it back at a regular pricing when we could be supplying Eastern Canada with our own resource if only we had a pipeline and some of the refineries in the East would upgrade their facilities to process it. Perhaps the most alarming thing about the increase in imports is that we're getting more of our oil from OPEC producing countries. Those imports have increased from about 26 to 33%, making up about 1/3 of Canadian imports, according to this article in the Financial Post. We're bringing oil in from places like Algeria and Saudi Arabia, where women are treated worse than second-class citizens and face being stoned to death for things that wouldn't even remotely be considered a crime here in North America. I thought our Prime Minister was a feminist. I don't hear him speaking out for those women. And instead of supporting Alberta jobs, approving a pipeline, and getting Albertans back to work, Justin Trudeau and the Liberals allow imports from countries that are in offense of serious human rights issues. In fact, those imports have increased significantly. I suppose that's what tolerance and inclusion look like in the eyes of a progressive. Economists at the NEB say that imports should remain steady unless producers in the West start shipping more oil to Eastern Canada by rail. I have a better idea. Just fast track that pipeline already. For the Rebel.media, I'm Holly Nicholas. Thanks so much for watching. The carbon tax is just a government cash grab, and we all know it. Visit stopthecarbontax.com to show that you don't support it and you want it scrapped.